What's up? Good morning. It is April 1st or April Fool's, and we're heading out to Toutle for a ride day training camp with LCAT, which is Landon Currier athlete training, and gonna help him out. We're gonna do warm-ups, we're gonna do some talking about nutrition in the middle of the day, and then talking about some strength training in the evening. So gonna be a long day. It is, of course, the Pacific Northwest, so it's raining. Shocker, right? So I don't have my bike with me. I do have my gear, however, so I have a friend coming in, Ryan Martin, who's going to also be coaching a little bit. He's bringing his bike. He said that I could rip it, so we'll see if I get on the bike. Kind of depends on the weather, honestly. Like, if the weather is decent, like actually right now it's very wet, but it's not currently raining. Luckily, this track is pretty like loamy, sandy, actually ashy from St. Helens ash, so it takes water really well. So we'll see what comes. I might end up doing some laps, might not, but I got everything I need with me, I think, hopefully. And yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Fill you guys in as I go, and see what comes of it. I'm really excited to be able to come out and help these camps more, because the more people that understand the benefits of strength training and taking care of their bodies for this sport, the better, and for all action sports, honestly. So yeah, it should be a good time. Fingers crossed it just doesn't dump on us too much. So we're going to do a forward fold, or we're just going to reach for our toes. This is a very basic stretch. If you can't get to your toes, go ahead and just get to your shins. But we're going to reach down towards our toes. And if anyone makes any comments about my toe socks, I will inform you the importance of toe socks. So with the lower body, we can essentially do two major movements. Squat, like we're going down to a seat, and hip hinge, like we're gonna pick something up off the floor. Our attack position is a mixture of those two. So we don't wanna only be squatting, because that's gonna throw our weight distribution off, and it's also gonna take the hips out of the equation as a place of suspension. Then we also don't want to just be hinging, because now we're taking our knees out of the equation, which is another big part of our suspension. So in that attack position, if you're feeling like a dominating muscle group working, like if you feel your quads are overly tired, likely squatting maybe a little bit too much in your attack position. Maybe that butt's hanging down, which then will equal the head coming back and away from bars. Counter that, if you're feeling only the back of your legs and you're feeling your calves and stuff getting really, really tired, you're likely hinging simply from the hips. So by listening to our bodies, because sometimes we don't know where we are in space, it can be really tough. And what you did in the beginning where you went, okay, this is my attack position, it's like, wait, no, that's not it. It's really hard to know our proprioception of space sometimes, especially when we're moving fast and the ground is doing all this different stuff. So it's really helpful to listen to what our bodies are telling us. So if our bodies are telling us thighs are on fire, maybe we're squatting a little bit too much. If
our hamstrings are yelling at us. They're tired, they're tight. Maybe you're a little bit too hinged. Same with the lower back. A common muscle group that I hear from a lot of riders is the lower back. And maybe not from young riders, maybe it's more of an older rider thing that we start to notice that. Maybe we get taller and we start to leverage that more. But these muscles of the back, don't be afraid of them. They're no different than your thighs. They're no different than your hamstrings, your biceps. They are muscles, but we get very scared when we start to feel them. So in that position, once again, if we're hinged over too much and we're feeling just purely our back, it's not gonna hurt you, but maybe we need to incorporate a little bit more knee. So it's just listening to those different muscle groups and what they're saying to us while we're riding. So squeezing the bike or holding inwards with the knees comes from a muscle group that sits inside of the legs, of course. It's a pretty good one. Now in our warm-ups, we did those 90-90 hip switches, right? There's a reason we did that. Big reason is it's warming up those muscles that are ultimately gonna help us squeeze on the bike better. Okay, so we're priming muscles to be ready to do it. And in that attack position, as Landon showed and Ryan talked about, a little bit goes a long way. So simply just listening to our bodies and what they're telling us is going to help us be able to adjust that slight little bit, which then can make a huge difference at the end of the day. And it also could be the difference between you running the same lap times from lap 1 to lap 6 to lap 10, comparatively to maybe your competitors that are having poor technique, and on lap 8 they're dropping 2 seconds a lap because they're tired, they're not using the right muscle groups.
I've got a question.
Speculation, of course.
Yeah, absolutely.
It could be. I mean, at this point it could.
Yeah, hey Ryan, do you guys know who we're talking about? Okay. And I agree, both you guys. Ryan, I'll touch on that, the mental.
Yeah.
You guys, how many of you guys are in school? All right.
School of life.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. How many of you guys like do pretty well testing, but when you got your teacher looking over your back, or a parent, is it harder to do the work?
Yeah.
Ryan, when I see, and I agree, when I see Chase, I think of like E.T. being 10 years older. He like watched him. I mean, that's like you got 10 years looking over your back. And guys, remember that rider's young, and you guys will all make mistakes. But at some point, you're gonna be that older rider, and you're gonna smoothen it out. And I think that guy will too. So he did.
I want to note real fast, when we're sticking that leg out and talking about these muscles and stuff that we're activating, I know a question I'm going to get when we're finishing up today is, what exercises do I do to help strengthen these muscles? So I'm just going to kind of nip that right now. So these muscles are working isometrically when we're holding them in. So there are some exercises where we can like squeeze inwards, maybe on like a ball or something, that would be kind of effective, but ultimately one of the most effective ways to strengthen these muscles is actually with squats. I know it seems maybe a little bit counterintuitive because squats are going to be more quad, more glute, and core. However, guess what muscles are helping us not fall over when we're utilizing those big muscles up and down? The same muscles on the inside of our legs that we're using to squeeze the bike and to bring up. So squats, don't be afraid of them. Deadlifts, don't be afraid of them. Of course, there's a right way and a wrong way, and if you have questions about that, come talk to me. So, a bit of a rundown of today's thus far. It's been really good. Met a lot of great people, having a lot of fun as well. It is rainy and soupy, but I got to ride a bike. It's cool. I don't think I got any video or anything of that, but it's pretty awesome. Got to ride a KTM 250. I believe it's a 23. It's fuel injected, so that was a little bit different of an experience. Bike is a lot of fun, really snappy. So kids are still out here. Stalling the bike, trying to ride in this.
What are you doing? Say hi to the vlog.
What's good?
What's good?
Got a little bit stuck there.
What are you guys doing?
Going back to the pit. We just wanted to go watch Ryan Martin.
Is he the only one riding right now?
Yeah, and Blake.
And Blake. Gotcha. Everyone else just watching?
Yeah.
Cool.
There's not that many people in there
I don't know where everyone is then. There's not that many people up there.
though. Yeah, I've seen at least one pit. Someone leave. Yeah, I didn't see Landon down there. Yeah, Landon was up there. Yeah.
Yeah. There's like no one up top.
Yeah, just in their trucks.
Maybe. Woo!
That's not good.
Alright guys.
Alright, bye.
So, really good kids. Fast kids. It's awesome. Look at this. I'm like trying to walk through this without falling. I don't know the best way to go. Guess I'm gonna go up this way. Screw it. Poor shoes. Oh, I didn't want to walk this way because I'm leaving here soon and I want to get my shoes wet or not wet, but dirty for my truck. So I guess I'll just have to like use a hose or something. I'm sure there's an option. But this is the top track that I'm actually on. They haven't really been riding it that much today because it's just not really that rideable. But you might be able to hear the bikes. Down here at the bottom, there is a sick sand track right by the river, which I have some clips of that as well. That's where I went and rode, pretty sick. So, yeah, it's been good. We went over technique, we went over some other stuff, a little bit of strength. I got to give my 2 cents, and it's been productive. I'm stoked on being able to help more people out and give my 2 cents when it comes to riding. But you know, I'm not a professional ride coach. Just found a beer on the ground, but I can definitely put in my inside and help people out as much as I can, and that's the goal, is helping people. And whether you're a pro or a Joe, we all need help. There's always something to learn, always something we can be better. All right, so that's a wrap. We're done. At least I'm done. They're still riding, but I'm done. I'm heading out. Got more stuff to do. Gotta drive back home. About an hour and a half. Not too bad, but got dinner coming up and everything. I'm pretty hungry. Feeling a little snacky, so probably should get home. But it was a blast working with LCAT, Landon, and Ryan Martin. Really fun. Couple really good people, and couple of coaches and riders that, you know, I've looked up to and I've interacted with for years. So to come out and do a training day with them and help out, you know, about, I believe, 18 different riders today, it was a lot of fun. I think I'll keep digging down in it a little bit, helping out as much as I can, and you know, maybe come back on a day that isn't so swampy, but hey, that's how it goes. And so yeah, that's it. Thanks for following along. Gonna definitely be doing more of these.